Would you have ever thought it would turn out like this? Did you ever think in your wildest imagination, after everything we've been through, with the Trump prosecutions and the mugshots and the everything, did you ever think it would just end like this, where everything would just basically dematerialize? Did you ever think that the Democrats were this bad? Did you ever think Biden was this bad? Did you ever think the system was this bad? Did you ever think this? I said one time, and I said this to a friend of mine, I said, God loves Trump. He says, oh, don't say that. I said, how do you explain this? How do you explain such good luck? Imagine winning the lottery 5, 6, 7 times. All of his cases are dematerializing. All of his money is going through the roof, his popularity. He sat back and they thought, we're going to get 4 years under our belt to really change things. We're going to let Trump win. Because ask yourself this question. Listen to me carefully. If they had actually wanted Hillary to win, you know she would have won. I know you're not supposed to say this. Oh, they don't rig any elections. Oh, no, of course not. Right, Fox News, right? Right, Newsmax? Oh, you can't talk about that. Okay, I forgot. A lot of good that does you. But this is almost like somebody saying, watch this. They thought they were actually going to do this. They thought they were going to put Trump in to allow this catastrophic to drive people crazy, paving the way for 4 years of a Biden. And that's what ultimately killed him. Does that make any sense to you? Question number 1, if they had wanted Hillary Clinton to win, if the shadow government had wanted Hillary Clinton to win, she would have won. Absolutely, she would have won. They did it, and if Biden gets 81 million votes, she could have won. She had every poll going for her. She had every single poll going for her. Everything. She had every exit poll. They said it's a done deal. That's it. She had the fireworks ready to go down the street at the Javits Center. They were ready to go with this thing. They were ready to go. It's going to be the biggest thing anybody's ever seen. Hillary Clinton, you got it. You got it, girl. You go. Yeah. They wanted the Javits Center because they had a clear ceiling, because she broke the glass ceiling. Yeah. And I remember that. We knew something was up when all of a sudden they said, hey, they canceled the fireworks. They what? They canceled the fireworks. I don't even know how we found this out. They canceled the fireworks. What are you talking about? Yeah, they canceled it. Really? Yeah. I'll be a son of a... the Grucci's or whatever it was. You don't think he's going to win, do you? No, that's just an anomaly, right? It's just an anomaly. Elizabeth Bertelson, by the way, joins us. Deb Kemp says, newish to your channel and love it. Although I'm in the UK, I'm fully aware what's been going on for years. More so than some Americans. Keep up the wonderful job you do. Always make me laugh, too. Oh, God bless you. Deb, I thank you. I welcome you. What you wonderful Brits go through. Oh, my God, what you've been through. By the way, let's hope for Farage. Nigel Farage. I love that guy. He just, don't you wish he was like your neighbor? I just love him. But I look back at this, I'm thinking to myself, and please, I'm not in any way please don't think I'm being sacrilegious or blasphemous. People always talk about miracles. They always talk about miracles. Well, it was a miracle. Well, you know, Uncle Joe, they said the tumor, they said there's no way. And it was a miracle. Really? It was a miracle. Doctors can't understand it. Okay. It was a miracle. They gave our little dog 6 months to live. And I don't know, all of a sudden, he's still with us. He's 112 in dog years. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Nobody ever talks about it's a curse. You know what I mean? It's a curse. How do you explain this? How can you imagine you have to go in to box and you have to for some reason you have to box Mike Tyson in a $100 million winner take all. You're going to fight Mike Tyson at his prime. And on the way up the steps, he trips, falls, and knocks himself out, and you win. What would you call that? What would you call it? What would you call this? This is the most incredible thing. I'm loving it. I love this. They're talking about, was it Parkinson's? Well, Karine, I don't know. Did you talk to the Parkinson's? Who gives a damn? Whatever, Parkinson's. I love the way they're making the Parkinson's because you know and I know it's not Parkinson's. It's probably Lewy body or something really serious. Really serious. Michael J. Fox has, and I'm no expert here, but he has severe, obviously terrible, neuromuscular disease, but it doesn't necessarily affect his thinking. As far as I know, I don't know. This is not a neuromuscular. This is like dementia. Have you ever noticed any dementia people like this going, hey, no, I've got dementia. No, there's this part that accompanies it as well. I'm not making a joke out of this. I think they're zooming in on this Parkinson's because it doesn't sound as bad. People say, oh, Parkinson's, little tremor. Do you see any tremors? Do you see anything? Face, I know. And this feller they got, how this guy keeps his license. How do you go on national TV and say, oh, he's got the hyperphonia? Oh, no, he's got it. I mean, it's obvious. Well, isn't it difficult to diagnose Parkinson's? No, hell no. It's easy. What? I don't care. I don't care. Thank you, whoever gave us these stupid people. Thank you, whoever gave us these stupid people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Karine Jean-Pierre is so stupid. She's so stupid. Why do I say she's stupid? Let me ask you a question. Let's say you're Karine. By the way, she's got the wig. She's got that wig. You saw this morning, we played it, the wig of Maxine Waters. What's with these wigs? They're like too tight. She's on TV and she's got it on backwards. They got these wigs. Karine Jean-Pierre, she's got the wig. It's a wig, right? And they always act like, no, it's a wig. Just put wig on it. It's okay. It's a free country. But just don't think that I think that's real. This is not real. We saw you before. It's you know what I mean? I mean, bless his heart. You got pictures of Elon 1 minute, and then later on, you got Tony Bennett as a young man, and then later on, he's got a full head of hair. It's like we know this. It's no big deal. It's okay. But it's like, just don't think we're stupid. We know this. I wish somebody would say, look, I know this is a wig. Thank you very much. But there's Maxine going like, anyway. But Karine Jean-Pierre is so stupid. So stupid. Richard Grenell as VP. You want to spook for the VP? Kim, I want somebody who knows how to work Congress. Do they know how to work Congress? We need, and by the way, thank you. We need a Jim Baker. That's what we need. But let me go back to what I was saying. Imagine you're this dimwit, this foobar, I mean, this Karine Jean-Pierre, and they ask her a question. If in the middle of the night, there, God forbid, is some, they issue or release some whatever it is from Pyongyang, some nuclear attack. You say the president likes to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Yeah. Would you wake him up? And let me ask you something. Here's Deb Kemp. Deb says, I cringe and embarrassed for KJP. But it's like watching a car crash. Shouldn't look, but you can't help it. Deb, let me ask you a question. Very simple. If you're Karine Jean-Pierre and they say to you, yes, if there's a nuclear attack at 8 o'clock, what do? I wake the president. Do you hear what I said? I wake the president. Or if he's asleep or not, or 3 a.m. or whatever it is, or if he's busy, or if he's in the John, or whatever he's doing, I'm going to wake the president. Isn't that what you say? Yeah. Whether it's true or not is another story. You lie. What do you care about lying for? You tell him the truth. I'll wake him up. Is there a committee? No, he's the president. He does it. Sure, he does it. What? He's the president, right? He's got the nuclear codes? Of course. Of course. Yes, you, Jerry. Did he see a neurologist? He sure did. He checked everything. Parkinson's. Well, he's a president, don't you? He's getting up there. Proctologist. You want those results too? He was having a lot of flatulence recently. You want to hear that one too? I'll tell you about that. Plus, went to a dermatologist, went to a skin guy. He had some flaky skin. He had this and that. He had a little dystonia. He had lower GI problems, really serious, really bad. Even Jill was complaining, like, Bill, please. You want to hear that too? Yeah, he went to a doctor. He's 81. Yeah, of course. Did you have a neurologist? Of course. Neurologist. The only person who did not look at him was an OBGYN and a pediatrician. Other than that, everybody looked at him. Do you see what I just did? I just answered the question. She's so stupid, she tells you things that makes you ask, wait a minute, what? She doesn't answer the question. And she does that thing like that with her head, like the bird. She does this bird thing where she starts looking through books. Answer the question and lie. Lie. This is what you're doing. This is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, Pete Doocy. Did he see that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is he ready to go? Absolutely. Is he sharp as an attack? I think so. Next question. What is she looking through books for? Why is she qualifying? Well, she'll talk to his team, and then they'll decide, excuse me, why are you saying that? Because you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Did you hear Chuck Schumer? This is beautiful. I swear to God, I want to call up the phone and say, hello, yes, Mar-a-Lago? Yeah, can I speak to President Trump, please? Yeah, tell him Lionel's on the phone. Yeah, L-I-O, and yeah, just like it sounds. Yeah, I'll wait. Talking to the president. Hello, Mr. President. Hail to you, Chief. Yes. Listen, do me a favor. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Play golf. I heard what you offered him a game of golf. Great. That's fantastic. Talk more about bring out Barron. Look how tall he is. Anything. Just start introducing your family. You know my daughter, Tiffany? Tiffany, come on now. Say hi to people. Just pat it. Stretch it. Don't say anything. You don't have to say anything. Don't do anything to make them jump on anything that you say. Don't do anything. Don't pull a Candace Owens. Boy, by the way, Candace, what are you doing, girl? What are you? I know you're a big fan of hers. And whoa, oh, don't buy the green bananas, honey. That's all I'm telling you. Wow. What? What? Listen, I mean, that's a different story. This is the most beautiful thing in the world. Chuck Schumer is the worst. Chuck Schumer is the worst. Did you see? Chuck even has the fake flipping the burgers. They're cold. They're not even. What is this? What are you doing? Hey, here I am. I'm flipping burgers. No, you're not. Why are you lying? Because I'm a liar. If you can ever find a picture, a video of Kimberly Guilfoyle flipping burgers on some ad. I don't know what it was. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm thinking, am I seeing this? Is this legit? What's going on here? What is this all about? I don't even know what this is. Why is that? It looked like almost like she was inside. This one had smoke and everything, and she's got her. Yeah, I like the flip. I said, what are you doing? What are you, a fry cook? What are you, like Wayne Mixon? Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap the brisket. Yeah, I'm just in here. Yeah, that's what I do. In my my gown here. Yeah, I do it. Yeah, that's me. Who remember when Elizabeth Warren did the beer? Just having some beer. Let's have a beer. Hey, let's have a beer. It was the worst. Just sitting here in my kitchen having a beer. You want a beer, Dave? What? It's 2:00 in the afternoon. Why not? I'm Elizabeth Warren. These are the most stupid people I've ever seen in my life. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for this. And Joe Biden still has absolutely no indication of him leaving. And by the way, these deep fakes are just, are you see what they're doing with him? But Stoltenberg's wife, he didn't say that. And they also referred to, there's a term, pejorative. I mean, I'm going to explain it, but he didn't say that. Now, come on, listen. Why are you doing deep fakes? Hello, not deep fakes. I'll say it, cheap fakes. They're doing something with the voices. You don't have to do anything. This is Joe Biden. Just roll the tape. Don't just let it, just wait. Wait when he goes off. This is what I would do. If you can do this. I'll tell you a story what happened years ago. This was one of the funniest things we ever did on radio. And I love to do it. And I don't know. I found out by accident. But just bear with me. There was the board operator was in the control room. And I'm talking to this guy. I said, hey, anyway, so I think that and the guy's talking. And I said, yes, sir, let me say something. And he's talking. I said, excuse me, I'm here. Hello. What's the matter with you? The guy was just talking like he couldn't hear me or he was ignoring me. And just the board operator turned and goes, oh, I'm sorry. When he sat down, because the board was low, I don't know why, he hit something, either audition, put it in queue. I don't know what, take it out of audition, take it out. He could not hear me talk to him, but the audience could. So I asked the board up, I said, can you do that again? He said, yes. If I signal to you to do it, can you do it in and out? Can you? He says, sure. I said, good. When I signal, let me know. I couldn't wait to do my new toy. So what happened was this one guy called up and he was really just dull. Yeah, so that's what I think. So anyway, thanks a lot. And I said, just a minute. I said, what did you mean by your last comment? He goes, what? Well, and as he's talking, I said, okay, listen. That's what I told the guys. Give me this. I said, listen, he can't hear me right now. Do me a favor. This is the worst call I've ever heard in my life. The guy's out of his mind. Completely boring. Call 888-555, whatever. And call up and ask him the most ridiculous question anybody's ever seen. Any question that has nothing to do with what's going on. And let's see how long we can keep him on the phone and drive him crazy. But the weirdest questions, anything, 888-5552. Call right now. And all of a sudden, boom, the phones are going crazy. So I gave the guy the signal, take me out of audition or in, whatever the hell it was called. I said, Dave, is it? Yeah. Well, I don't know what you said, but you have sure spurred controversy. What? Oh, my God. Everybody wants to talk to you. Look, I got to go. No, Dave, wait. Please, you just can't leave. You can't drop a bombshell like that and then take off and expect nobody to respond. He said, drop a bombshell? I didn't say anything. Maybe to you didn't say anything, but to the rest of us, let's just go to Dave in Brooklyn. You're on with whatever it is. He said, yeah, Jerry? Yeah. I changed the name. does the Borealis effect work the same if you're at the equator versus the South Pole? I mean, does it go counterclockwise, the water in the drain, or clockwise? He says, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know what you've done right now with the phone. Let's go to Elma in Parkhurst. You're on with Jerry. Look, I gotta go. No, 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 Jerry, hang on. He goes, Jerry, how did they get the holes in Swiss cheese? What? Look, Jerry, hang on. You can't leave. People are going crazy. This was the greatest bit in the world. It was going on and on. They were asking Archimedes questions, integral calculus. I kept this guy on the phone. I said, you can't hang up. Okay, why am I bringing this up? Why am I bringing this anecdote? All you have to do is whenever Joe Biden is speaking, somebody in the audience, ask him an anecdote question. Ask him anecdote. Mr. President, yeah, you know, that Corvette you've got is sure sweet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. How would you compare a Corvette to, let's say, like a Shelby Cobra? I mean, wouldn't that be, what would you prefer? And that'll make him just go off and think about, oh, yeah, the Corvette with the, I saw that movie, Shelby, Carol Shelby. That's great. And you ask him something else. Chocolate chip ice cream, but chocolate chip mint? Huh? Ooh. He'll go off the rails. Somehow you've got to get him to, just like this guy on the phone, bring up something. He was trying to talk about DEI, and they had to cut him off. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I mean, right now, listen, I'm going to laugh at him. I hope I don't bother anybody. I'm going to laugh and I'm going to mock him. When he did to my country, what he did, acting as some kind of a stooge, that's tough. You know what? Step down, do whatever it is. But I'm making, you were the one you still call my real president, President Trump, a liar and all this. So you know what? I really don't care. I really don't care. I don't make it a point to make fun of people who are befuddled and hobbled by decrepitude, by some type of neurological, that's you. Was that you, Mr. President? What? I do that a lot too. Did you ever do that, Mr. President? Have you noticed that when you get older? Sometimes you bend over and tie a shoe. And, oh boy, Katie barred the door. You could fumigate the room if you know what I mean. It's the greatest story. And then they take him to NATO. And all of a sudden they give Stoltenberg a medal, and he's reading hand to military. He reads the directions. Why do they put directions in the prompter? Don't they know he's Ron Burgundy? He reads whatever you put. Wouldn't you love to hack that and write the most vile? Did I ever tell you by the time I took this old gal, her name was Lucinda Walcott. It was a Pop Gentry store, and we made a paste out of brine shrimp, smeared it over and squatted over a goldfish bowl. Who did I read? I don't remember that. Somebody got that. It's been hacked. And then we took Bing cherries and a mousetrap and played hide the soap. And who shot Shorty? What is this? He could say whatever he wants. And the idea that somebody's going to fake what he says, please. Oh, and I read today he's going to go on Lester Holt Monday. Was it Monday? He's going to go back on TV. Oh, God. And they told Lester Holt, let me tell you something. You better not even ask him a question. Just look at him do like this. Don't ask him anything. If you pull a Stephanopoulos, you'll never work in this city again. This is the greatest story ever. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand this? Do you agree? Bestest Big Boy says Joe Biden is that drunk guy at the party refusing to leave. He's screaming at the women. He's saying nonsense. He's falling over the place. But the party must go on. He's got liquid courage. You know, it's funny you say that. I was thinking about that song, and thank you, by the way, Bestest. I was thinking that song where he says, it's like, don't take me alive. I'm a bookkeeper's son. I don't want to hurt no one. Always shot my old man back in Oregon. Don't take me alive. Got a case of dynamite. I could hold out here all night. He's like this barricade in the White House. Come out with your hands up. I'm not going to come out with you. I'm not going to do it. All right, President Biden, come on out. I'm not going to take your test. I don't care. Shut up. I'm not going to be. What is it, Toby? I don't know. There's nobody there named Toby. Come out with your hands up. I'm not coming out. And I'm going to go to the convention. And I'm going to win. I'm going to win. And to show you how demented I am, if you told me, what would you like to see? Well, obviously, I want to see President Trump. Oh, I was doing an interview, and someone asked me, what do you think the president's, this is honestly got you, what do you think the President Trump's agenda will be once, if he wins? I said, oh, that's simple. Border crime, criminals, stopping drugs, specifically fentanyl, trafficking, child predation, human trafficking, biomedical tyranny, such as COVID and the like, puberty blockers and genital mutilation, globalism, foreign wars. Oh, America first. Energy independence, secure the southern border, budget deficit, and anything else? Should I go on? He's going to spend the first I don't know, half an hour just erasing everything. They're going to erase everything he ever did. He's going to erase it. Everything. So somebody was saying, well, what do you think would be, how do you think, this is my, swear to God, how do you think foreign leaders would feel dealing with Trump? I said, are you kidding? Who scares you more? A person who's lucid or somebody in charge of the nuclear code who's walking around yelling, who ordered the veal cutlet? You tell me. Unbelievable. Fred Brown and his band of announcers, who was dumber, Elizabeth Warren or her supporters? She's really not a dummy. She really is not dumb, but there's clueless. There's this clueless world. It's very, I got to tell you the story. I went to this, had to go to the dentist today. And there's a, do you remember in the old days when you would go to the dentist and it was like, oh my God. And I really I never had any problem. So I don't mind going. I get, check up and all that. And then you go home and that's it. But remember in the old days, it was really bad. It was always like the worst. Remember when you were a kid, the dentist office, they had like the worst equipment. Maybe they had a drill, a cleaning thing, and an x-ray. That's it. Oh, the thing you spit in. That's all they had. I mean, that was it. You got this old lady we went to a dentist one time. It was a nice place. This lady was out of her mind. She thought she was French. It was weird. But it was really nothing, I don't know what the word is, not, well, anyway, there's this one I go to now. It's like space age. It is so nice and so high tech, and they are just incredible. So anyway, I'm enjoying this thing and I'm talking about this. I'm trying to ask nobody to say anything about politics or whatever. It was so funny. The dentist says, you're good. You should do a podcast. I thought, yeah, it's interesting you say that. I'm thinking, I'm not going to tell her anything. What if she listens to it and says, oh my God, he's a Trumpy. I'm going to fix him. Is it safe? Anyway, so as I was leaving, I don't know about your town, but in New York, especially around here, there's these little kids and they put these little vests on them and they put them in a harness like reindeer, like almost. And you have a woman in the front, one in the back, and they march them together. And they're just the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. So as they're walking, they stopped at a light. And I'm looking at them. And I don't like to talk to kids because I don't want them to lose their fear. But this one little boy, this little girl had this like that flashiest sunglasses on, like a little kid. She's very flashy. Anyway, there's this little kid. And he says, hi, just out of nowhere. And I looked down and said, how are you? I don't know why I thought about that. How are you? And he started laughing and they started laughing. I said, where are you going? Oh, we're going to, I said, what are you, hitched up? What is this? Some kind of, what'd you do? And we're just kidding around. They're laughing. Anyway, as I looked at them, I thought to myself, oh my God. The world they live in now. The world they live in. You know what's so funny? YouTube sucks, which by the way I understand is Swedish. You said, is it safe? I asked the dentist. She's very nice, a woman, but young. She's young. I said, have you seen Marathon Man? She said, what? I said, is it safe? And I hate when people do this. They say, you never saw Marathon Man? Well, I just said I never saw it. What do you ask? You mean to tell me I'm telling you I never saw it? I said, well, you've got to see it because it's something else. And we all wait for the dentist scene. Is it safe? Laurence Olivier and Dustin Hoffman. You know the line, by the way. You know the story behind it. Dustin Hoffman was up apparently 4 days, 5 days in a row. It was during the Studio 54 days. He was whacked out of his mind, gooned to the max or whatever he was doing. And he was just smelly. He didn't bathe. He was up for 4 days. And the story says that Laurence Olivier looked at him and said, what are you doing? He says, well, we have the scene we have to do. He says, my boy, why don't you try acting? And by the way, interesting side note, Daniel Day-Lewis, I saw an interview where they brought up that same story. And they asked Daniel Day-Lewis, remember about Laurence Olivier and why don't you try acting? Ha, ha, ha. And he says, you know what? He says, with all due respect to Lord Olivier, I respect Dustin Hoffman because that's an actor. That's somebody who is dedicated to his craft. And I'm thinking, yeah, it also helps when you're coked out of your mind and even going to Studio 54. Anyway. But I was thinking about that. Is it safe? And I'm looking at these kids today. I'm thinking, oh my God, your world. I hope you stay strapped into this reindeer harness for the rest of your life because this world is so sick and so demented and so horrible. And you kids don't know this. I'm thinking hypothetically, I'm saying this. But there's a man in the White House who was your president who is out of his mind. You know, he really is. He's out of his mind. And everybody knows it. And nobody can do anything about it because he doesn't want to go. And he's crazy. So the question is, well, what if he was crazy? I said, what do you mean, what if? No. But what if he was real crazy? You mean like now? Think about this. There is no way to get him out. None. It's like if you were in a hospital and your surgeon came in and he was crazy. He's got scalpels. He's talking to people who aren't there. He's screaming and yelling. Blah, blah, blah. And somebody said, hey, we got to get that. He can't operate on that person. How do you stop him? I don't know how. What do you mean you don't know how? Well, he's a doctor. He's going to operate on somebody. He's drunk. What are you doing? Stop him. I don't know how to stop him. What do you mean you don't know how to stop him? He's going to kill somebody. This is Biden. Nobody knows what to do. I don't know. I'm doing the Karine Jean-Pierre. I don't know. I had the Parkinson's guy, I guess. Chuck Schumer. Chuck, what are you doing? We're with Joe. He's out of his mind. Now, again, remember, I love this because this is going to help Trump, obviously, and Trump's going to win no matter what. Even Gracie Loves George says, Joe made the Marine Band compose an entire song just for her. It's hilarious. They punked her wannabe acting POTUS self. She is so evil. You know what she came up with that Dr. Joseph? She's an EDD. Now, if she was an EDD with ADD, what would that make her? How do you spell that? She didn't like the fact that it was Senator and Mrs. She wanted to be Dr. Jill. Pretentious. And she was the one who remember, she was the one who stole, she was a babysitter, stole Joe away. And then Joe went after her ex-husband. Tried to ruin this guy. I mean, these people they're out of their minds. Let's go back. Memory lane. Memory lane, okay? Imagine this. Hi, kids. Thanks for allowing me in your class today. I'm a historian, sort of. Let's say I'm, 90 years old and still with it. Oh, I hope. And I hope I'm with it. Because if I'm not, forget it. Don't you feel the same way? This business about, well, I hope to live. No, 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 no. I want to be, no, 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 no. I do not want to be, no, no, no. Sorry, I'll check out early. Okay, I will check out early. I know how to do this too. I've got a friend of mine who I always talk to. I said, by the way, if anything ever happens to me, he said, oh, I'll take care of it. He's a doctor. Oh yeah, I'll take care of it. Really? Oh yeah, yeah. Legit. I told him, because I said, I don't want anybody to get in trouble. He goes, oh, I won't get in trouble. I won't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble. Don't worry about it. I can't tell you, but I'm ready to go because I really believe this. We had a dear friend of ours one time who I think went through a spell of depression. It was very, very sad. We lost her, and it's like it was very, very sad. But when you're 90 years old or getting up there and you're walking around like Joe, you shouldn't be. I think it's safe to say you really shouldn't be a president of the United States. But anyway, but here is a guy who is so nuts. Imagine, like I said, in the future, thought experiment. I say, now, kids, let me tell you about when I was what I remember about the Joe Biden years. You probably don't know this, okay? Joe's son, Hunter, was a crack or meth addict. Does it matter? I don't know which ones were. I don't know if the pipe, is it crack, is it meth? He lost all his teeth. That dry socket? This is the son. This is the son of the vice president. How do you like that? The president, rather. This is the son. And he used to go out and get hookers. And the Secret Service, sometimes if you didn't have any cash, would go down and pay for the hookers. Oh, yeah. You're making this up. I'm not making this up. I didn't read that in the history books, and you're not. Remember, history would be a wonderful thing if only it were true. So what Hunter did was, his name was Hunter Biden, right, kids? Hunter. And Hunter would take pieces of paper and finger paint and sell them for $500,000 to get money as bribes to go to his father, whom he called the big guy. And they never arrested him. Nope. Come on. They never arrested him. It was obviously illegal. No, absolutely not. Really? Absolutely not. He did it. He did that. Absolutely did that. It was the most incredible thing in the world. He's walking around with guns. Then this guy doesn't even speak Ukrainian. He's on the board of this thing called Burisma. And they're paying him all this money with 10% going to the big guy. They were so gangster, it's not even funny. And we sat through this. And they went after Trump for what again? I don't even know. 34 counts of what? Because you put the check as a legal expense versus a regular ledger. And you intended to defraud the what? Yeah. But Hunter Biden, nothing. Best as Big Boy says, Trump should pick Vivek as VP. If he chooses someone in the House Senate, he risks losing a valuable ally. His 8% in the Iowa caucus is MAGA youth. Bestis, I love you, man. But you're crazy. You're out of your tree. You are non-compos mentis. You are crackers. You are, as we say, arrebatado in West Tampa. You're shingad. You're halal. You're gone. You're gooned. If you think Vivek, by the way, it's Vivek, that Vivek is going to sit there and keep his mouth shut as a vice president? You think he's going to go and say, Vivek, yeah, shut up. I want you to go. Some guy died. Who? That president or whatever. I want you to go over there Well, I want to be in charge. No, 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 Vivek. No, no, no. I'm the president, not you. No, no, no. I'm you. Major Michael said all the dirt is already out and dismissed by mainstream media. Well, they're gonna pull some on Trump too. But let's go back to Vivek. Vivek, Father, can I call you Vic? This is too hard for me to Vivek. Vic, would you shut up? Can you keep your mouth shut? You can't go out and upstage me. I'm Donald Trump. Well, I just want to go out. Yeah, I know what you want to do. I want you to sit back, go to the Naval Observatory where you're going to live in that hellhole. Remember that Naval Observatory is right near some of these, like the Chinese embassy or something. Oh, it's right there. And I know you're almost, or maybe you're a billionaire, and I want you to keep your mouth shut. And I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to go out and always talk about me. Can you do that? Who am I trying to lure? With Mike Pence, it was the evangelicals. Mike Pence wasn't bad. Mike Pence did his job until later on. Things kind of went south for old Mike. But Vic, you got to keep your mouth shut. You can't keep your mouth shut. Now, Ben Carson, that's what I like. A vice president is not a running mate. He's the guy that's saying, I got to pick somebody. I don't want a vice president. You got to pick. I don't want a vice president. I want me. What about who? I say, hey, who's going to be your Secretary of State? Who cares? That's the way the vice president is. But you want somebody who does the right thing. Oh, for that, I live in a pipe dream. Mearsheimer. John Mearsheimer. Oh, God. Can you imagine BB's face? What? What? Mearsheimer, is this a joke? You know, is what? Mearsheimer is, oh, no. Oh, dude. And Zelensky's, what is it? Who is it? Mearsheimer? No! No! What does that tell you when those folks say, wait a minute, hold it? Oh, my God. Judge Napolitano, I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. First opening, right in there. Right in there. Douglas McGregor, Secretary of Defense. Absolutely. Tell me the truth, Doug. Tell me the truth, Doug. I can trust old Doug. Who's telling me the truth? What's going on? That's Trump. How are those borders doing? Watch this. Oh, my God. Can you imagine the president goes and he says, all right, all you great folks on the border, you great and brave immigration folks, we're going to let you loose. Go out and do your job. Get them. Get them. And have this every night. Show them. Just see them. Round it up. Absolutely. Deporting like you can't believe. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for this. Flynn or Ezra Cohen Watnick for VP. I want to party with you. General Flynn, are you out of what? Stan, are you drinking this early in the afternoon? Are you out of your mind? General Flynn? I mean, he's a good enough guy, but what? This is where I'm thinking. Tell me you're kidding. Tell me you're kidding. Ezra Cohen Watnick, American intel official, Undersecretary of Defense. You want him as VP? No. VP? And intel, a spook VP? Why? Let me ask you something. I'm surprised at you, Lippman. I really am. What does a VP do? Let me ask you something. What does a VP do? I think you great people say VP is somebody that I like. It's somebody that I like. It's a name I like. It's a dude I like. It's a person I like. I like this person. I like them. You know, I was thinking about this young man today. Eric Thaddeus Walters. Lionel, if Judge Napper SCOTUS, with which I agree, what about your pick for AG DOJ? That's not what I want to talk about with you, young man. I want to know, and maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll interview. I'll do whatever. Vigano, excommunicated because he was guilty of schism. A schism versus a chasm. Vigano is my bring him in for, I don't know, chaplain. I don't know what that is. That's what I want. That's what I want. Vigano. That's my guy. That's my guy. That's the story. This will be DOJ, FBI, things like that. First and foremost, I got to get somebody who's an absolute animal. Rudy Giuliani in his prime. Rudy was a bit excessive from time to time. Rudy went a little too far. But I want somebody with that kind of a real sense of going after these people. I want somebody I have talked to. I want to go after the shadow government crookery the same way that Bobby Kennedy went after the mob. And Bobby Kennedy, if there's one person who was responsible for the untimely dispatch of President Kennedy, it's Bobby Kennedy. Bobby Kennedy thought, I'm going to go on, I'm going to do all this stuff. So my first thing would be obviously to get somebody who has that absolute brutal sense of justice. Brutal. I want somebody who really knows what they're doing, who really wants to go after them. And the first thing we do is human trafficking. Oh, God. Then I want to figure out a way how to declare war on cartels. I want to say there's a bunch of people in the Zetas and the Culiacan and all these other people who they think that they're mini military. I'm dead serious. I'm not saying this just as some kind of hubristic nonsense. I'm dead serious. And I would tell the president of Mexico, I said, I want to give you an idea. I want you to understand something. I'm going to give you the chance to do something. I'm going to go after these people. I'm going to unleash. I got a bunch of weapons we got to get rid of. It's no big deal. We're going to do some practice because these guys think that they're any match for the United States military. And despite what you've heard from General Milley and people walking around with red pumps and feather boas thinking their pronouns are grr, no, we've got some real serious badasses who would love to be able to go after some real good bad guys. Not bad guys, good bad guys. Real good bad guys. They're real good. And what we do is we can say, now listen, I know what they're doing. They're flooding our streets, our cities with poison. Fentanyl is not fentanyl that you get, clinical fentanyl. It's not. The only similar with what that is and fentanyl is the spelling, is the name of it. I'll give you 6 months. Either you bring me their names or all of a sudden one night you're going to see the skies open up and I'm going to take them up. I'm going to target, assassinate like we did with al-Awlaki and Trump did it with Hassan Soleimani and all these people. And, I don't think it was a good idea. See, I don't share this enmity for Iran that everybody else does. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. Never did. I want to get real enemies. And the real enemies are the cartel members. They're doing the human trafficking, they're smuggling, and they're ruining it. And I want to go in and I want to take them out. And I'm going to tell the president of Mexico, look, you can say whatever you want. I know you're a sovereign country, but I'll be damned if I'm going to have some quasi-military unit attack me from where you are. That's just not going to happen. And I will take them out. Believe me, they don't have that much. They're not that powerful. There's not that many of them. I no matter how. What do you have, 1,000? I got 1,000. I don't care. That's the first thing. And I want them to say, holy, this guy's nuts. That's me. I'm your president. Oh, if I'm your friend, I'm your friend. That's the first thing. Bring these guys in here. And I want to say, oh. That's number one on my agenda. Southern border, trafficking, and those cartels, that's it. I'll offer bounties. I'll do whatever you want. I'll offer so much money. I'll help the Mexicans out. I want them. And all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, everybody's after me. That's me. But I can dream and pipe dream. But Vic Ramaswamy, no. No, ask yourself this question. Who is likely to sit back and keep their mouth shut? And go in every day and say, Mr. President, what can I do to help you? Listen, we got the president of Guatemala. I'm on my way. Did he die? I'll represent this country. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all I want to do. Tell me how I can do. Not, can I give a couple of speeches? No. I want you to be quiet. Mike Pence did that. Now, if you pray, I want you to pray that President Biden continues his courage and his steadfast refusal on his part to give in. Do not give in to these people. Keep going, sir. Keep going. We want another debate. And if at all possible, I want to see the vice presidential debate. I don't know who Biden's going to. Biden could pick, President Trump could pick Barron. It wouldn't matter. Against Kamala Harris? My God. Wasn't it Kamala Harris against, did you remember when they, Tulsi Gabbard tore her up? Remember that? This is getting so good. Let me just say this again to you. I swear to you, if this is not some type of divine, everything is falling into place. I can't believe this. And Mr. President, we are behind you 100%. Sir, we are behind you 100%. Sir, where's my, here. This is my favorite. This is my Trump. The rules have changed. Wait a minute. Is that a Lippmann question? Hang on. They get wild. Let me get this. It's a bit askew. There we go. Trump Cohen 24. Okay. Wow. Well, good for you, I guess. No. I don't want General Flynn. I don't want spooks in there. I don't want any of that stuff. I don't know why you want to have somebody who is able to do a good job as an intel officer and put him out so he can be exposed as the vice president. Why would you use somebody that talented, as apparently you think he is, to put him in the position of vice president? No, you want him to work in the background. You put somebody out there, some titular thing. Vic Ramaswamy. Somebody go out there and just, go to funerals and kind of wave and cast the tying vote. That's it. You don't pick people that you like, oh, I think he's neat. Yeah, I like him. No, that's a nowhere job. You wouldn't take somebody who's a spook, somebody who's really good, somebody really skilled in the dark science of it. No. The rules have changed. That's it. Do I have to teach you? Do I have to give you some kind of a tutorial on this? Or what are you going to do about Israel? Oh my God. Oh. You see where George Clooney's turning on him? Huh? Here we go. Look at this crazy thing. Here we go. Aussie here. Trump Gabbard 2024. No, not Tulsi Gabbard. No. Think low key. Tulsi's not going to be. You think she's going to sit back there? Oh no. She wants to be president or famous. She doesn't want to go into this thing. She wants to be a star. She wants to be sexy Tulsi. Living on Tulsi time. Come on. You know better than that. Just like with with Michelle Obama and others. They don't want to. She doesn't want to do this. She wants to be Oprah. You want somebody who's like a Jean Kirkpatrick, a real one. I'll tell you one. Not that we would ever want it, but somebody like Samantha Power, that's a wonk. That's somebody who says, I just want to be in this building or this way. That's what I want. I don't want to actually. I want to do the job. I'm a professional politician. I don't want to do this because I like these people. Hey, you know who I like too? I like Candace. Oh, more Candace Owens. What is happening? J.D. Vance, another one. You're going to kill J.D. Vance's career. J.D. Vance? No. Now, remember, you got to be honest. When you work for an older man, an older president, a little bit different. A little bit different. It might put you on a different... I'm sorry, we have to think about the realities of this. Give me somebody who's low-key. You don't put a star next to Trump. J.D. Vance. Look at the names. Who is he picking? Bergam. Who is this? Oh, God. He kind of wants... Nobody can outshine him. Trump and John. I don't know what that means. I have no... Remember that one? Remember that's... Oh, my God. Remember that one? That was the weirdest. Yeah, that's John Kennedy. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. What are you, nuts? That was crazy. Low key. Somebody whose name you'll say, who? That's what you want. And not Tim Scott or any of those. No, you know what I'm talking about. Then. You know what I mean? Okay, enough of that. God love you. I'm going to have to teach you, folks. Remember, the rules have changed. The rules, yay! All I know is we're winning. I don't care about this stuff. Whatever you want. You want to pick him? Go ahead, Mr. President. Whatever happens. Just get you in there, shut the border down, and we can make America great again, or whatever you want to. I don't care. I want to go in. I want you to undo it. Because remember, Trump is chemotherapy. Okay? Okay? Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Now, wait a minute. You know what? You might be onto something with that one. Now, that's a good move. Doug Burgum. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's smart enough. She's been around enough. She's excellent. And if something went wrong, I would feel very good about that. You got that one? Robert Barnes as Attorney General. Couldn't hurt. Buddha TT boy. I want to see how you came up with that one. Again, we can just throw names around. I want somebody who's going to take a very, very scholarly look at proceeding with a very originalist look. Scalia in an avatar of Scalia. That's what I want. Somebody who goes in and does it exactly that same way. A Scalia avatar. Somebody who goes in and says, if it's not in the Constitution, I don't want somebody to be an activist. I don't want him to legislate from the bench. I don't want any of that stuff. I want him to be probably the most boring Supreme Court justice by just following balls and strikes as it is, but not somebody that you just like. I don't like Napolitano because I like him. I mean, I like him. He's a good friend. I like him. That's not why I want to pick him. I don't want to hear. I like McGregor as Department of Defense, not because he's a cool guy. No, because he knows what he's talking about. He understands the parameters of the job. This is defense is nothing about being lethal. There's no doubt about that. Secretary of State, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's it. All right, dear friends. Have a great and a glory. Oh, now we're just throwing stuff out. Trump and James Woods. Nightingale, are you out of your mind? Are you just throwing names? I think that's what you're doing. How about Ted Nugent? Yeah, I like Ted Nugent. He's good, Ted Nugent. I like him. Cat scratch fever. Sure, I like Ted Nugent. I know Antonio Sabato Jr. Is he an American citizen? I don't know. How about Chachi? I like Chachi. What is this? We're like in the home. You're just throwing up names of people that you like. Lee Greenwood, you can see that song all the time. He's a good singer. I like Lee Greenwood. Sure, I like Lee Greenwood. I like maybe Kelsey Grammer. I understand he's a sure. What you call your Frazier. He's one of us. Or maybe Roseanne. Sure, that's a good one. That would be great. Roseanne is vice president. What do you say? What is the matter with you? General Flynn, after all he's been through, I would say, sir, you have suffered enough. You are so battle scarred. You are so weathered. Do the best thing that you can do in private industry and lead patriots accordingly. You don't want to be in the vice presidency. You don't want to go to funerals and do this thing. People, I can't believe you folks think that being a vice president means something. You're just throwing names out. Devin Nunes, yeah, Jim Jordan. There you go. Matt Gaetz, if he's not indicted. George Santos. That's it. Sure. Yeah. Can you think of a name that would also be inappropriate? I think so. That's the way I pick my vice president. I just pick people I like, their names. That's all. Sean Hannity. That would be great, wouldn't it? Because they get along so well. Sure, that'd be great. Nothing will get accomplished. It defeats the whole purpose politically. And even though the president would go crazy if somebody were to steal the shadow from him, that's okay. I'm just going to throw names out of people that I love. Kunta Kinte, Elvis. I know Emmanuel Lewis, TV's Webster. That would be great. Sure, I liked his show a lot. He was wonderful. Is Charlie Callis alive? I always liked him. All right, my friends. Ainsley. I love our troops. I do. Oh, I know. How about Ali Vitali? The Sanpuku, the MSNBC. Have you seen Al? We talked about her last night. I'm not trying to make fun of her looks, really, but her eyes are just. I think she scared the hell out of people. Can you imagine going to like somebody from some Pacific island or something where people who believe in voodoo or something, and she shows up like this, like, oh my God. She'll scare away. Anyway. All right, dear friends, don't forget a couple of things too. I love you. You are incredible. I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. I love you tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. My friends, do me a favor, please. Please follow to me. I just ask you this one thing. That's all. One thing for you. I want you to follow Mrs. L. And she has such great stuff right now. And I want you to listen to what's going on. She has got a newsletter too. Side of her newsletter goes out. There's a big rally she's announcing that's going on Saturday in D.C. And that's hers. That's where it is. Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. Go and sign up right now. And let me thank you. And even though you are, communications director, let me do that. Let me do that. That I can do. That I would love to do. I can do that, that thing. Here's Howie Brown, everybody. Howie Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. I love to do the Karine, that neck thing she does. So let me tell you something. Howie, I love you. Buddha, thank you. Chris Delorme's Vinyl Revival. Oh, I didn't even see that. Vinyl is still, if you're talking about albums, maybe you're talking about something else, maybe seat covers or something. Vinyl is still the way to go. Therese Pollard, ladies and gentlemen, Be While Cool, and Aussie, Stan Lippman, out of his mind, but a genius, the Gigi Allen of his kind. Eric Thaddeus Walters, thank you, Maestro. Major Michael, YouTube Sukes, and let me see what else here. Gracie Loves George, thank you so much. And who else is there? Fred Brown and his band They're Renowned. Deb Kemp, by the way, from the UK. Deb Kemp. She goes by Deb. Could it be Deborah? Could it be something else? Or is it just Deb? Debutante, perhaps, could be. Debussy, great composer. Elizabeth Bertelston, Bertelsson, thank you for your vivacity and contribution to the cause. Anyway, dear friends, did we have fun tonight? I think we had a wonderful night. I'm so happy. I'm just great. I'm so glad for the president. Now that doesn't mean nothing can go wrong. Don't think that for a moment. But I'm just so glad to see that he's able to go out there and actually enjoy this thing, this moment where he's out acting like a front runner because he is. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. Thank you so much for not being who you are, but what you appear to be. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Don't forget, sign up. Oh, by the way, got another video dropping later. Lionel Nation members get to see it first. You've already seen it. And it's a beaut. Have a great and glorious day. Until tomorrow, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da, da.